And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Sellers finds his man. It's Clark. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Wide open downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Makes the catch, and he's free. The 20. He's at the... all the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And that is the easiest touchdown pass that guy is ever going to throw. The little touch pass, jet sweep. And how about the speed out in the open field? Man, David, quarterbacks love those. Those are stat builders.
And defensively, man, we've got to see that. We've got to adjust. Safeties have to be able to come down and play that jet sweep. It's frustrating when you see him not adjust. And then, listen, you could see it, the wheels. I mean, that dude had some speed when he got around the corner, and nobody could catch him. But defensively, we've got to see that a second sooner so we can come up and make a play.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Unloads it left. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
That's some pretty sticky coverage right there, man. You play that man-to-man coverage and you have those out-breaking routes. I tell you what, you got to kind of be careful as a QB how much you want to attack that, especially when the coverage is so tight. He does a good job staying glued to the receiver and knocking the football down.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Picked off. What a play to set him up. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Makes the catch. It's Harbor. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Gamecocks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The run inside. It's Clark. Maybe some room here. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
And the Gamecocks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Here's Sellers to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football. And you saw that there on the incompletion.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second, looking for the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Got enough for the first. Still on his feet at the 45. Turning on the Jets. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Slants against man, that wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback, timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too and got to hold on to that thing.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Looking for the score. And that one is picked off in the end zone. Knocked down at the 5 after making the interception and taking it the other way.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we've got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Burrows his way for a couple. He's out to the 8.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. Reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. And down he goes back at the 3.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
wants to return it. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Crosses the 45. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You can see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Hawkeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And we've already seen him make splash plays in this football game. He got the interception, the big pick earlier, now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, and doing the most important thing. When you get there, get home, and get him on the ground. He's got a pick, and now he's got a sack.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And he never had a chance.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
On 3rd down, he'll have to push it downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass.
But look at this, they're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. Got his man on the right. Boy, that 4th down play is one they'd like to forget. He's not even close to that one as he goes out of bounds, and the defense takes over on downs. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Throwing, Sellers. Uncorks it. Catch in the middle, it's Clark. Still running at the 40. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Gamecocks. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds a tight end down the gut. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, get a little juju going.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. This time it's complete. Makes a grab and room to run. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa!
And how about the big tight end doing the work for the quarterback, man? Nice, short, safe throw. And how about the speed, the athletic ability? You've seen the evolution of the tight end in the history of football, and this is exactly why. They went from being a big target to now a guy that can make plays after the catch and make big home run plays like he did right there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Motion from the wide receiver. Sellers. That's caught. It's Hunt. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on 3rd down. Sellers through the noise. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Makes a deep grab. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. Here's Sellers to throw. Makes the grab.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. They've got the screen set up. He'll step out of bounds at about the 11.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Sellers to the air again. Snags it. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Throwing, Sellers. Caught! And he will score! lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. The Gamecocks will kick it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive. One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too. Well, the QB knew coming into this one it was going to be tough. They have a lot of athletes on the back end, but today, guys just not able to separate. Accuracy hasn't always been perfect, and as a result, they've got another ball getting knocked away for an incompletion.
To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. The Hawkeyes moving quickly to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. Look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play. This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Got him downfield. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. And the Hawkeyes are marching down the field.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the
pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Brown wants to pass. Throws to the back. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
They're desperate to do anything they can to try to slow down this guy who's just been spinning bean all day. A little carried away with that roughing penalty. Trying to run, it's Moulton. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. I mean, sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And the extra point is good. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. It's a run runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down. And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay.
Caught, and he's got room. Running inside the 20. To the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
And he makes the extra point. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Off the bootleg and rolling out. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Keeps it on the bootleg. Starts to scramble to the left. Blasted as he lets it go.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Blue 30. Go, go. Click. Brown will throw it. Under fire. Finds space on the right. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Hawkeyes will hustle to the line.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half, this is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football, but that's a great start to this second half.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Makes the catch. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. He wants to throw it. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. A quick pause here to look at